Hey, everybody. Good to see you today. Welcome to the next episode of Community Driven, where we are bringing to you people within our and organizations within our community who are doing great things within the community. We are coming to you from our grand studios at 5200 Oaklawn Boulevard in North Prince George, and I have some very special guests with me today. I have Mr. Carlton Branch and Miss Vickie Vachon from the Holiday Helper. I'm excited for them to share with you what they do for our service members in this local area. Really excited. Thank y'all so much for being here today.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to have y'all here and not only what they do currently, but what they have done in the past as retired military members. And thank you for your service. We really appreciate that. So, looking forward to this. Let's hop into it real quick. All right. Uh, Carlton, you are the current president of Holiday Helper
Yes,
and
sir.
have been so for how long?
I've been the current president for the past 2 years, but I've been associated with the Holiday Helper program itself for like over the past 20 years because
Okay.
I was stationed here at Fort Gregg Adams previously, but I've been retired for the past 17 years, but 15 of those years I've been actually with the Holiday Helper itself.
Okay. And Vickie, you are the first vice president, and tell me the other role.
Nomination chair.
Nomination chair. And how long have you been with Holiday Helper?
Probably more than 10 years. I started out working as a warrant officer with the organization and transferred when I actually retired. Now I'm part of the board.
Wow. Okay. Awesome.
Man, it's a pleasure having her on the board too. Couldn't do it without her. Without any
that's
of the
great.
board members. Yeah, all the board members play a
That's
key part.
great.
Yes, sir.
We'll dive more into that here in just a minute. But before we do that, let's just start. Carlton, tell us a little bit about your background in the military and what brought you to Holiday Helper, and why what Holiday Helper means to you.
Well, Holiday Helper means a lot to me. Even when I was in the military, when I was stationed here back in 1996 as a first sergeant, I had to provide soldiers or send soldiers, nominate soldiers, and send them to Holiday Helper just for the Christmas time frame so they could have, the family members, children could have tours for the Christmas holiday. But the program itself was run by Army Community Service back then.
Okay.
But we took it over as a nonprofit organization in 2010. So we've been running as a nonprofit 501c3 nonprofit organization ever since then.
And your time in the military, tell us a little bit about that.
Oh,
Just a little bit.
All right. I only spent 30 years in the military.
Oh, only 30?
Only
That's it.
30. I always tell them because, once you get 20 years, it gets better and better each year that pass by. But I really enjoyed my time. Quartermaster soldier, spent two tours right here at Fort Gregg Adams.
Okay.
And I retired from Fort Gregg Adams in 2008.
Wow.
And live here in Colonial Heights area. So
Okay.
I just love working with our board members, team members, the community members, everybody that play a part in making Holiday Helper successful.
All right. And,
Yes, sir.
And Vickie, tell us about your time in the military. We'll start there. Tell us about that time.
I joined in 1976, so I did 40 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. She got you whipped.
It's all good.
It's all good. Yeah.
I started out as an enlisted soldier and went on to be a warrant officer.
Wow.
Was the first female 920 Bravo quartermaster W5 here in Fort Gregg Adams. So.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's
And
awesome.
I switched over. We started in with Holiday Helper when we were with the Warrant Officer Association. We used to do turkeys. So we paired up with them and we donated our turkeys to Holiday Helper. And then we came back in as warrant officers and started wrapping for them. And that's how we got involved with the Holiday Helper Association.
Okay. So you just, when you retired, you just moved straight in, or?
I was asked to be part of the board, so
Okay.
I thought it over and I said, why not? I'm
Yeah.
already there, so
Yeah.
might as well give what I can.
There you
So,
go. That's
give
great.
back.
That's great. So tell us a little bit from your perspective about Holiday Helper. What does it mean to you, and what have you seen? Some cool experiences you've seen.
What is very, very amazing is that the community first comes together. Okay, they donate. Everything we get is donated. So, and it's run by volunteers. There's nobody on the board that's paid. Nobody that works with us who gets paid from Holiday Helper. It's all donated time as well as donated gifts. What I have found that I enjoy the most is having the soldiers or service members, because we service all branches of the service, when they come in and they figure out, wow, this is all for my family and it's all free. You know, I get to pick what my children get. I get to see, we give out hats and gloves, we give out stuffed animals, we give out Lego sets, bicycles. It's just an amazing fact of watching their faces and their awe looks to say thank you.
Yeah.
So it's wonderful watching that.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Carlton, from your perspective, what has being involved in Holiday Helper, what has that meant to you, and the impact that you're able to have in these service members' lives?
It's all about the passion. It's all about giving back. And if you can see any of the soldiers come in and see the expression on their face, knowing that we're there, and the community support, donation, it's just a great experience to see each and every year. We try to make it bigger and better each year. We had several initiatives last year, and the ongoing still that a soldier can receive $100 a month commissary gift card for the entire year.
Wow.
And that's one of the initiatives from last year, and we're looking forward to making it even bigger and better this year. So the more donations we get, the better we can provide to the service members' children.
Yeah, that's amazing. So tell us, Carlton, about the area that you serve. Describe that area for us, and the different entities that you serve.
Well, we got reserve units that's in the surrounding area. We have soldiers that are actually stationed down at Joint Base Langley, Eustis, and we provide the unit leadership are the ones that nominate the service members.
Gotcha.
So once the service member is nominated, they come to Holiday Helper and they actually do their shopping right there at our toy store right here on Fort Gregg, Adam.
Okay.
Which makes it so easy for the units to actually support and accommodate.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
So you do so Fort Gregg, Adams, Langley, Eustis.
Yes, sir.
And you mentioned Fisher House as well.
Yes, sir. We partnership with Fish House. If they have a service member up there that's wounded and have children during that period of time, during the time frame that we're doing the open house, or either the shopping days during December, they actually make contact with us and let us know that information. We'll make contact with them, and they'll actually either come down and get the toys themselves, let us know the children ages, boy, girl, and we'll actually bag everything up and have them to come down and pick up those particular items for their service members that stand there at the Fisher House. That's great each and every year as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
So describe a little bit, for those who don't know, I know everybody understands, the actual forts themselves, but describe Fisher House for us, Vickie. Tell us a little bit about that.
Fisher House is up at the McGuire Air Force Base, not McGuire Air Force Base.
Veteran Center.
Veteran Center.
Yes.
Up in Richmond.
Up in Richmond.
Uh-huh.
And basically what it is if you've got a veteran that's in the hospital up in Richmond or being treated up there, then the family is allowed to stay at the Fisher House. The Fisher House is provided free of services. Generally has bedrooms, has a kitchenette, has all that stuff. And the military basically functions as paying and helping them through the difficult time because their service member is in the hospital.
Yeah, that's awesome. I wanted y'all to specifically tell about that because I know I'd heard about it several years ago, but I don't think many people know about that service that the military provides for the families of the service members who are staying there. So that's a really, really neat thing.
Well, they actually have two houses up there. The Fisher House up in Richmond. They actually have a new one up there in Richmond as well. So they actually have two that they can accommodate the different branches of services that come off in there and need some support.
That's great. That's great. So tell us, Vickie, from what are some of the upcoming programs? We know, obviously, y'all are collecting things to give away at Christmas time or whatnot, but is that all you're involved in, or do y'all do?
Currently, we have, it will start up in July, we do school supplies.
Okay.
So what we do is we go out to the Dollar Tree stores. Okay, so if anybody frequents Dollar Trees, please feel generous, okay? But we go out to the Dollar Tree store and they give us school supplies. We bring them back, separate them out, and then based on what the units tell us they need or how many children they have, we'll break it down. The school supplies that we receive, we'll break them down, and then the unit will come pick them up and distribute them out to the children.
Yeah.
Okay. After that, we do those stocking stuffers, what we call stocking stuffers, and that's where, again, we partner with Dollar Tree. So again, give generously to Dollar Tree, and we have the Warrant Officer Association goes out and picks up all of the donations. We bring it back to central location, break it all down to we try to do like male, female, as much as we can, but they're little toys. They go into a stocking stuffer bag, and every parent that comes through, say you have 5 children, you get 5 bags based on the sex of that child.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
And we do that. And then we also do fundraisers through, we go out and show our stuff.
Yeah.
Like at Chick-fil-A, we do a lot with Chick-fil-A. We do Mission Barbecue.
Okay.
We have some very big donors who give to us.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that
we're
helps.
highly involved.
Right.
We have quite a few donors, but
Yeah.
wouldn't want to name all of them.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Also, we actually leave some out. But as far as the school supplies, Operation Homefront, they have they play a big part of in that as well.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. And is that a separate entity, or is that
for the school supplies?
for the school supplies?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. So, Carlton, tell us, how can people get involved? I know, I know because you and I have we've worked together. We've worked together. Y'all are so
Yes, sir.
grateful for everything, and I think some people sometimes think that it has to be this grand donation, it has to be a big amount of money or a ton of toys and all that stuff. But I know from personal experience in talking to you and seeing a small amount, is anything matters.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And so tell us about that. How can people get involved, and tell us what even just the smallest amount of involvement matters, how that matters to y'all.
I know we always say as far as donations and tours, that means a whole lot. But just by volunteer service, we got our website, www.holidayhelperassociation.com. They can go to our website. We have our volunteer coordinator on there, and they can make contact with them, see when we're actually scheduled for certain Saturdays from like 9 to 12, that we'll be doing certain things, straightening up the building, getting tours sorted and all this. But, but as far as volunteering, that's a big assistance to Holiday Helper throughout the year.
How many volunteers do y'all have typically?
Oh, we have many, as well as the service members, the units, they volunteer, and Army Sustainment University, they have service members over there that they volunteer as well. So it's throughout the installation.
Do y'all have any idea, either one of you, how many service members that y'all help in any given year?
It's roughly 400 to 450 service members, and a total about 1,000 to 1,200 children.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
That's amazing.
We, like I said earlier, we try to make it bigger and better each year. So this year we're looking for as many donations as possible, as many volunteers as possible to make our program be successful.
Yeah. So Vickie, sometimes a business or people want to get involved. They don't have time. They don't always have a whole lot of extra money, but there's other ways for them to get involved. Like, for example, gathering, toy donations and stuff. Tell us about that a little bit.
Like I said, we have people who will go out and do like our school supplies and our other donations. But we also put out big boxes in certain areas. And for those areas, we knew Carlton does a lot of the pickup himself, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Which is okay, he
It's
can
good.
do that,
Yeah.
okay? But we have boxes that actually say, Holiday Helper on them,
Yep.
and they say for the toy distribution. And if we put those in a store, any store that is willing to sponsor basically one of those, and they can't make it to Fort Gregg Adams, we do have people who are willing to drive over that store, pick up that box, and bring it back into us. So we do those kind of things that consist of, making sure that we get the donation that's been out there.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
we also have units on the installation itself that have these boxes as well. We'll wrap the boxes in gift wrapping paper and put it in, give them to the certain units, and they pick up, the boxes or whatever and go take it back to their unit.
Yeah.
And they do like their toy collection items in their units as well.
So, Carlton, why are you specifically involved in Holiday Helper?
When I retired in 2008, it was a great program even when I was in uniform.
Mm-hmm.
So just by knowing the founder of Holiday Helper and her passion for Holiday Helper when I was in uniform, it just touched my heart to be able to give back. Yeah. And ever since I retired, I just love giving back. And I just like be around other people, other soldiers, service members, seeing expression on their face, just a great delight that they show on their face. And a lot of them, they come in, there's a junior soldier, service member, and they come back to Fort Gregg at them, and they have their family, and they are increasing their family, and they either volunteer at that time or they make donations at that time. And it's just great seeing soldiers, service members come through.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Vickie, what drives you to volunteer and give that time?
First off, when I was in the service, it was great being able to assist others.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When I retired, the whole thought was, okay, now I have all this time on my hand. What am I going to do?
Mm-hmm.
So giving back, watching these service members come through that door and be so excited about the whole process. And a lot of them are confused. We get tears, but it's so rewarding. At the end of the day, we feel like we have done something.
Yeah.
So it's really heartfelt.
Yeah. That's amazing. And the kids that, you can't put a price tag on or just any value on what you do for the children that and allowing some of those parents to provide something for their children that otherwise would not be provided, and how that's amazing, and especially for people who give so much to our country. Yeah, to be able to provide something back for them is awesome. So we thank you for that, for your help in that.
And there was another part I want to include off in.
Yes, sir.
Even when they come, the service member come off in there to shop, we have our tour store already broken down, 0 to 2, 3 to 6, 7 to 12, boy, girl item on there. They come off in there and do their shopping. We also have volunteers that will have set up where they will actually have all the gift wrapping paper, and those volunteers, they will wrap their particular gifts before the soldiers actually leave from the tour store itself.
Oh, wow.
So that's another area that we have to cover, because without the gift wrapping and making it just like Christmas, when the children wake up on Christmas morning and they have something underneath their Christmas tree, I can just imagine the smiles they have on their faces. Yes, sir.
That's awesome.
And we also provide Christmas trees, live Christmas trees.
Do you really?
Better opportunity for service members. They provide the live Christmas trees, and last year we purchased the lights and different ornaments that go on the Christmas trees.
Really? I didn't know that.
They get a full Christmas
Oh,
right
wow.
there at our tour store.
And we have stuffed animals donated as well. So every child gets a stuffed animal.
Oh, that's awesome. So where is the store physically?
Store is on Fort Gregg Adams.
Okay.
It's on the corner of Battle Drive and Morale
Yes.
Street.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So it's right there. It's got a big sign that says Holiday Helper on it.
Now, for someone who is a civilian, used to growing up. I grew up in this area my whole life. Used to be you can drive on back when it was Fort Lee. You can drive on Fort Lee, and no big deal. And it wasn't. It was easy. It wasn't as controlled. It was pretty wide open. We'd go there and play soccer, and we'd go to the gym, and we'd do all that stuff as a kid when we were growing up. And now it's a little bit more controlled, and I don't know all the logistics right now, but are there some, if somebody wants to come on to volunteer, maybe what are some of the logistics of getting involved in that, from actually getting on to the base side of things?
If they plan on dropping off numerous times throughout the year, whatever the case might be, they can make contact with Holiday Helper. Like I said, it's on our website.
Okay.
My phone number's out there.
Okay,
so-
yeah.
But they can make contact with me, and we can go pick it up, or
Okay.
we can make contact. Some of them choose to just meet up at the visitor center itself.
Yeah.
And I'll come out there and get my truck and my trailer and pick up their particular item that they're donating.
Okay.
But it's not a real hard process to get on post coming through the visitor center. It's about a 25, 30-minute process
Okay.
if it's backed up, whatever the case might be.
Okay.
But Fort Greg Adam is working on making it user-friendly,
More accessible, yeah,
more accessible.
yeah. Mhm.
They will be seeing that within the next couple of months, I would say.
Okay.
It'll be easy access.
Okay.
Much better.
All right.
Okay.
And I asked that as purely somebody who doesn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. No, that's good.
Or if you
That's
have a
good
problem, just
information.
make contact with me.
Make
you got
contact.
my card now.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So we're gonna wrap things up real quick. I do have a few questions for y'all, and then we'll wrap everything up. But the first thing I want to know from y'all, the first thing is, so if you had the opportunity, you had this whole area, you had all of not just the service members, but you had all of Prince George, Colonial Heights, you had
Tri-Cities.
Tri-Cities, the surrounding counties, Dinwiddie, Sussex, Charles City, all these areas, Matoaka, and you had their attention for 2 minutes, and you're each going to get your own time. You had all their attention, and they're all looking at you. And we'll start with you, Vickie, since you gave me that. Since you gave me that
look.
We're going to start with you. You had 2 minutes to impart wisdom on them. What would that wisdom be? The first thing that pops in your mind.
I think the wisdom would be it's an opportunity to give back to the people who have kept you safe, who let you sleep every night. It's for their families and their family members. So giving back, however works for you, is what I would highly recommend doing.
Yeah.
And I think out of it, you'll get the satisfaction of knowing you've done something great for the world.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Carlton, share some wisdom with us. Put it on us.
I would just say, for those that are watching, just think about just one child. Our motto is, no military child goes without. Now, that covers a lot.
Yes.
That covers toys, food, everything.
Yeah.
So just focus on that one thing, and that motto, it means a whole lot to me.
Absolutely.
No military child goes without.
Yeah, absolutely. Carlton, I do a lot of things to grow myself as a person, to try to improve myself as a leader, as a husband, a father, as a member of the community. I do a lot of reading and things to improve myself. What is something that you have in your life, maybe a book you've read or a speech you've heard, or something that has impacted you, that has brought, that has caused you to improve your life and go in a new trajectory?
I would just say, just looking forward, back on the role models that I had throughout my military, growing up, actually, from a single household mother, staying close with family, we're still close. Being able to be a role model and seeing other people being role models. I like to emulate other role models and take out the ones that had gone before us. People, we stood on the shoulders of other soldiers, so I like to give a good impression for the ones that's growing up now, coming through the ranks now.
Absolutely.
I think it's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vickie, what about you? Either a book or some form of motivation that has caused you to say, I want to be better. What?
I think just listening to people, their different opinions, being able to be open-minded, okay, not take things and look at it in such a gray, white, black area. Open it up. There's a lot going on in the world right now.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on with a lot of people. Just listening and kind of absorbing, and then make a conscious decision, look at it all from everybody's point of view.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Another thing that I always refer back to is making a difference.
Yes.
If we are making a difference in somebody's life,
Mm.
that will be remembered for a long period of time.
Yes. Yes.
Make
Absolutely.
a difference.
People, what is the old saying? People don't remember what you said, but they remember how you made them feel.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely.
Yes, sir.
All right, most important question. Most important. This is a tough one, Vickie.
Okay.
I'm gonna start with you.
Okay.
What's your all-time favorite dream car?
You don't want to know?
It's all right. It doesn't have to be a Chevrolet. I promise. It's okay. What is it?
Right now, I'm looking at the Volvo XC90.
Ah, okay. That's your dream car. That's what you
Right
want.
now.
Volvo XC90. All
Right
right.
now.
Carlton, what about you?
Well, I'm still dreaming.
You still dream?
Because I haven't got it as of yet, but the Corvette.
A Corvette.
Any kind new
Hot dog.
Corvette, high dollar. But,
Yeah.
that's
hey,
my dream car.
I'm with you on that one.
So I hope my wife is listening.
I hear you. I hear you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate you. We do have just a little something from us to you. Just a little thank you for.
That's my
For
Corvette.
that's a Corvette.
There you go.
That's a hat you get to wear in your Corvette.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Carlton,
Thank you.
Vickie, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
being here. Thank you all so much for joining us. Please find a way to get involved with Holiday Helper if that is your passion. They do such great work in our community. They help the people who have truly sacrificed. I need to stop before I say this. I have never been in the military myself, but I have many family members who have. In particular, I think about my cousin, who is the wife of a Special Forces member,
Okay.
and her husband would randomly he would call one day and say, "Hey, I'm not going to be back tonight for dinner. I don't know when I'll be back," and he'd be gone. Sometimes it'd be weeks, sometimes it'd be months.
Right.
And he would go on, and she wouldn't know where he was, and he'd be all over the world. And they had 4 kids, and the sacrifice. It's not only the sacrifice that the service member makes, but it's the sacrifice the family makes.
Absolutely.
And to help those families, and to know that there's people here who are looking out not just for the service members, but their families, their kids, making a difference. That's huge. And so please, 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 please support Holiday Helper and all the organizations that are helping our service members. Thank you so much for what you do every single day. And thank you for being a part of this. And we will see you next time on Community Driven.